Goddess. We are back to discuss Color Wheel some more. Today you're going to be starting the process of creating your own color wheel. And you might notice there are shapes on top of each of the color wheel spaces. And they are actually what we call the complementary color to the color. So on the yellow space, if you look directly across from yellow, is the color violet or purple. Two colors opposite on the color wheel, when next to each other, appear brighter. So they complement each other. So that's why we call them complementary colors. So as you see, I've made a shape, which are later going to develop a shape you like, a guitar shape, and I repeated it 12 times. And on the yellow, I have a purple one. On the purple one down here, I have a yellow one. If you look here, red is opposite green, blue is opposite orange, and then you have some tertiaries across from each other. Again, when they're next to each other, they make each color more vibrant and they complement each other. So let's get started. So you're going to need this tracer circle that I made for you. It has 12 even spaces or compartments. I divided it up. And you're going to need a nice white sheet of art paper, a pencil, a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you'll use the paper straight edge I have for you. Black colored pencil, regular pencil, and this little triangle shape. Okay, so you're going to lay the tracer that I made for you down on your paper. And you're going to press it firmly down with your hand, making sure it does not move. You really want to keep it steady. And then you see where these marks are. I want you to make a little mark above them, right exactly where those marks are for the even spaces. This color wheel might remind you of something you see in your home or in school. A clock. So it reminds me of a clock. Okay, so I've made my 12 markings around the circle. Now I'm going to lift up the tracer, and here's what I need you to do. I need you to face it so that there's one mark straight up and one straight down, almost like a clock, like I just said, 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, as you could see here. Okay, so now you're going to take your straight edge. If you have a ruler, that'd be great, or the straight edge made from paper that I made for you. And you're going to line up 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Those marks are right against the edge of the ruler. I'm going to press the ruler down and glide my pencil straight down to the bottom. So now I've made 12 and 6. I'm going to slide my ruler to the left, one space, and at the bottom, one space to the right, almost like 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock. So I'm going to match up those markings right to the edge of the ruler, press my ruler down, and glide the pencil straight down. And I'm going to keep going, and now I'm going to slide it over to the left one more and to the right one more here, which is like 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock, making sure my ruler is right against those markings. Now you should see they're also meeting in the middle, okay? Like the middle of the clock where the hand of the clock is. Now I'm going to slide it over more so it's like 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Line up my markings. Press down on my ruler. Very important to press down on the ruler or it will slide. Then you'll have to erase and fix it. Okay, we're almost done. I'm going to line up, this would be 2 o'clock and this would be 8 o'clock. Press down. Then we slide over 7 and 1 o'clock. Okay. So now I have 12 even spaces. The next thing I'd like you to do, is take your black colored pencil or a black crayon will even work. I want you to now go over these lines. And there's a reason for this. You may remember we've discussed this before. We're going to be using watercolors to paint. And if you paint wet paint next to wet paint, what's going to happen? They're going to spread into each other. But the wax from a crayon or colored pencil will keep your paint inside that space. So you could paint wet paint right next to each other. Okay? Okay, I'm always pressing my ruler down. Now, two more to do. You don't need to trace the circle because we're going to end up cutting it out later, so you don't need that edging. The paint could actually go outside the edge of the circle if you wanted. I'm not too concerned about that. All right. So once you're done, you'll set your straight edge to the side, your colored pencil to the side, and you'll take this triangle shape. If you notice, it's the same size and shape as one of these spaces. So your next task is going to be to figure out a shape that you'd like to repeat 12 times. So like I said, I did a guitar shape. So here's my little guitar shape. You can see it fits right inside here. Maybe you want to do something else. I thought of this shape. Maybe you recognize a little ice cream cone. It has to be something, this heart shape, that fits inside here. So maybe I want to do a bubble letter A for art. So what I would do is draw my A with pencil. And then I would carefully take the scissors and cut it out. Get that little space inside the A. I pinched my paper. Stick my scissors in there. Carefully cut out that little triangle. Clean up my mess. And then you're going to want to get a second sheet of art paper, and you're going to want to carefully trace your shape 12 times. So I did that with the heart I drew before. So if I was going to do this A, I would trace it 12 times on another sheet of art paper. Okay, that's it for today, artists. I'll see you for the next part soon.